A woman is suing to stop a forced abortion. She decided not to have the abortion, but the guy that wanted her to have it, he's getting sued by her.
Well, the woman is a surrogate mother. She's carrying triplets, but the father only wants twins. So he's asking her to abort one of the children.
She says, no way.
But now he's saying, well, if you're not going to do it, then you have to pay up because I want some money.
And he went further. He says, I'm going to ruin your life.
So let's bring in our attorney, Ken Rothweiler, and attorney Elura Nanos.
Thank you both for being here.
Thanks so much.
Elura, you're new to us, so why don't you start off? Explain this a little bit more. They had a surrogate contract?
They had a contract. So this is a woman that agreed with this man who wanted to be a father. He paid her $33,000 to become pregnant. And then there was a bonus if she became pregnant with more than one child. She was impregnated through in vitro fertilization, so it's someone else's egg. She's not the biological parent.
She's pregnant with 3.
She got pregnant with 3. So you'd think there'd be like another bonus, but actually the contract had a provision that said that if there ended up being too many children that she conceived, that he could elect to insist that she reduce the pregnancy, that she abort one of the fetuses, and she's refused. And now he threatened to sue her if she refused to abort one of the fetuses.
And he's doing it.
And now she is actually suing to get the surrogacy law in California declared unconstitutional if it should be interpreted.
What is the
to
law in
make her
California?
do it.
Well, there's a surrogacy law in California which allows these type of contracts. 22 states actually have similar type laws. What's interesting, let me just talk about who the parties are. So the surrogate is a 47-year-old mother of 4.
Melissa Cook.
The sperm donor is a 50-year-old postal worker who lives with his parents. And the egg donor is a 20-year-old woman. Just saying.
Just extra information there.
But those are the parties. I found that interesting. But yeah, there's a lawsuit here, and it's interesting. They're going to take a look at this to see whether the constitutionality of that surrogacy law in California. You know, because they're claiming that there's due process violations and equal protection violations.
Does she want custody of the 3rd child?
She has absolutely offered to take custody of that child.
And he doesn't want it.
No, and he says, well, I'd rather that child go to a stranger, and by the way, I'm going to sue you for monetary damages, which is absolutely insane. It's just a crazy interpretation of this
It sounds crazy. Based on their agreement and the contract, can he actually sue and get money if she doesn't abort the baby?
But I would have to imagine that allowing him to claim damages because she refused to have an abortion of a child that she was willing to adopt, that would be so against public policy that no court would ever come up with that kind of
Would that actually be in the contract, that if you have more than the
That's
amount
what they were saying. If there's too many, then
you can put anything in a contract. That doesn't mean it's legally binding necessarily.
Okay.
But look, I agree. Look what he has said. He has said, number one, I want you to abort the baby. If you don't abort it, I'm going to put it up for adoption. What she has said is, I want the baby.
Yeah.
So the best of the 3 options he's disagreeing with, which is outrageous.
Megan, in the control room, I haven't been watching, I've been listening closely here. Have we put up a picture of the woman?
yes, from the New York Post here.
Company. Oh, and there she is. She is way pregnant.
Yeah, she's about, I think, 22 weeks pregnant.
So this
she's
is
not
time
gonna
sensitive.
Yeah, she's not going to have an abortion. That's not going to happen. But what is going to happen is a fight over who has to pay who and for what reason. And really, I cannot imagine anyone coming out and saying anything other than, when you make a surrogacy contract, you get what you get and you don't get upset. I mean, that is the only reasonable way to interpret these contracts if we're going to enforce them.
But the fact that there's even a line in there saying if there's too many, and the fact they're calling it a reduction is.
Well, that's true. And actually, what happened was she's beyond the point of a legal abortion in California, so she can't even have an abortion. So that's why he said he's going to put it up for adoption. But she's carrying the baby for 9 months. She's saying, I want the baby.
Okay, tell me about the sperm donor again. Who is he?
49.
He's a 50-year-old, actually, postal worker who lives with his mother. Just
Do you
saying.
think, though, because I mean, this is
can't
starting to
pick it
be
up.
something we could see with surrogacy laws, like when issues like this come up, they might make some changes into that?
Yeah, and it's very interesting because you see a legal intersection between laws that are there to help people have children and laws that are there to prevent people from having children, which is really kind of an unusual thing.
Cool.
And she's hired the attorney who represented Mary Beth Whitehead back in the 80s over Baby M. So it's you know, it's guaranteed to kind of be an exciting legal battle.
Hey, you're good. You have to come back.
Yes, thank you so much.
Hey, you're good. You have to come back.
Thanks, I'll be back.
Okay, fine.
We love you both.
All right, let's go to one of my favorite events. It's out in Las Vegas.